Hello there, future doctors. My name is Maddie and I am a fellow medical student. In this video, I'm going to talk about the importance of sustainability in healthcare. Good medical practice are the standards set by the General Medical Council on the care and behaviour expected of all doctors. The latest version states that medical professionals have a responsibility to consider the environmental impact of healthcare practice in the course of their work. But why is this important? It is a well-known fact that global warming is a serious problem facing our world today, causing increased extreme weather events and rising global temperatures. But it can often feel like a distant concept we see on the news, rather than something we experience day to day. Your life as a medical student might feel very distinct from the climate crisis, but they are more intertwined than you might think. Hello, come in. Hi, can I confirm your name and date of birth, please? Yes, it's planet Earth, date of birth approximately 4.6 billion years ago. Thank you for coming to see me. Tell me, what's brought you in today? I've just not been feeling right. My asthma is worse with the increased air pollution and it's making me wheeze and cough. I'm experiencing higher temperatures, which is putting me at increased risks of heat stress and cardiac arrest. And extreme weather events are limiting my access to clean food and water. I'm so anxious. Please, as my doctor, isn't it your job to help me? You're right. As a doctor, we have a responsibility to promote and protect the health of patients and the public, and this extends to planetary health, because as you've demonstrated, the planet's health is public health. As that sketch demonstrates, the climate crisis will undoubtedly cause significant additional pressures for the NHS. Not only this, but we must look at our own contribution to climate change. The NHS produces 40% of the UK's public sector emissions. It can feel challenging to prioritise sustainability at a time when there is a very high demand for clinical care, but there are simple things that all physicians can do to help slow the pace of climate change and deliver wider benefits for population health, and in turn reduce pressure on the NHS. The onus for sustainable change is not on the individual doctor, but if we all work together in small ways, we can make a difference. Including sustainable goals in our practice as doctors doesn't have to come at the cost of other priorities. By thinking about sustainability and using our resources carefully, we can simultaneously save money and reduce NHS carbon emissions alongside improving patient outcomes. For example, an initiative at Charing Cross Hospital Emergency Department found that a large proportion of cannulas inserted on attendance to A&E do not end up being used. This is both a waste of money and the equivalent of approximately 25 long-haul flights of wasted carbon emissions yearly, not to mention causing patients unnecessary discomfort. The team launched a traffic light system to help indicate when cannulation is required. A year later, the department had successfully recorded a reduction of 40 unnecessary cannulations a day. By centering sustainability in their workplace, the emergency department at Charing Cross simultaneously improved patient outcomes, cut costs, and reduced emissions. As a medical student, you may feel helpless in the face of climate change, which is understandable, but everyone can make a small difference in their scope of practice. Here are just a few suggestions. When you're on the wards observing clinical practice, think critically about why we use the diagnostic tools we do and if they are always necessary. For example, if you're ordering blood tests, think, have these been done recently? Would the results change anything in my management? All diagnostic tests have a carbon cost, so by reducing unnecessary tests, when we start practicing as doctors, we can help save the planet. You could also integrate sustainability into quality improvement projects and audits that you undertake as a medical student. Thinking about sustainability can often improve patient outcomes and cost burdens as well. Finally, you could think about having conversations with colleagues and patients about making greener choices. For example, encouraging changing to more active travel, such as walking, cycling, or using public transport. ChatGPT, a popular among medical students, isn't very environmentally friendly, as the computers that run the program use water to cool them. Whilst it can be a very useful resource, be mindful about how you use these carbon-intensive resources. So, to summarise, you could reduce diagnostic investigations where clinically appropriate, do an audit centred on sustainability, and encourage ourselves, patient and colleagues to examine our own contributions to emissions. Thank you very much for watching this video about why sustainability is an important part of our professional duties as future doctors. I hope you've learned something today, and remember, planetary health is public health.